Hello students, today we are going to study Chapter 2 Linear Equation in One Variable. In earlier classes we have studied about algebraic expression and equations. So in this chapter we will be studying about the equations or algebraic expressions in only one variable. Okay, so we will start with the introduction first. So algebraic expressions are those expressions in which we use variables. Variables can be two, one, it depends on the expression itself, the equation itself. And if there is an equal notation or equal sign in that, then it will be known as an equation. So some examples of expressions we have so far worked with are 5x, 2x minus 3, 3x plus y, 2x plus 5. These are what? Algebraic expressions. Okay, if there is an equal notation or equal sign, and after equal right hand side if I place any constant term or any term with variable, so that will be known as an equations. Equation, basically what I understand, is the combination of two words, that is equal and notation. Notation means sign, and equal is the sign that we are talking about. So together, if I remove this NOT and L and A, so it becomes equation. Okay, that's what I understood if I focused on this particular word. So if there is an equal notation or equal sign in any algebraic expression, then it is known as an equation. For example, 5x is equals to 25. This is also an equation where you have only one term at the left hand side and at the right hand side. Okay, but here 2x minus 3 will not be an equation because equal notation is not given over here. That will only be an algebraic expression. Now equations are categorized into three. Okay, first one is linear, quadratic and cubic. Now see here, we have already studied about these and we will only need to study about these equations. Okay, but in this chapter we will only need linear equation. So now let's talk about what linear equation is. So any equation which has power or degree of polynomial, or you can say degree of algebraic expression, to be 1. The power is 1 here. So x to the power 1 plus 2 and 2y to the power 1 minus 3. So this is a linear equation. Why? It has only degree 1 or power 1. Quadratic equations are those equations which has power 2 or the degree 2. Cubic equations are those which has power 3 or degree 3. Now see here the variable, okay, the variable here is x, here is y. So only one variable is considered. So it is a linear equation in one variable. Here also, even though it is a quadratic equation, but variable is 1. So it is one variable, quadratic equation, and this is one variable, or cubic equation with one variable. Okay. So left hand side portion, you can see that it is given variable, the x, y, z, a to z, all the alphabets are known as variables. Then comes equality sign, then it together it forms left hand side and right hand side an equation. Okay. Now solving equations. How do you solve the equations? In earlier classes we have already studied about that, but let us revise those also, because in NCERT syllabus it is also covered. Okay. So with the new syllabus, with the new book, it is given to solve the equation. So let's go through the example 1. Find the solution of 2x minus 3 is equals to 7. Now there are few methods which we had already studied about it. Okay, so first thing is by transposition method. Okay, and then systematic method. All these we have studied. Now we are going to balance the equation in this question. Okay, how? Here, that is systematic method only, right? So minus 3 is given in the left hand side. If I add plus 3 over here and plus 3 over here to the left hand side and right hand side, This is systematic method. So what will happen? This minus 3 and plus 3 gets cancelled. So overall, this minus 3 is eliminated, which was there. And 7 plus 3, it becomes 10. So 2x is equals to 10. Now, if I want to eliminate this 2, the coefficient of x, what will I do? I will put a 2 in the denominator to left hand side and to the right hand side. So once I do that, this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled, and 2 5 is 10. So x is equals to 5. This is a systematic method of solving the equation. Okay, where you eliminate the coefficients, constants, or any other part which is there in the left hand side and right hand side, step by step. Similarly, let's see question example 4th. Solve 15 by 4 minus 7x is equals to 9. Now here we need to transpose this 15 by 4 to the right hand side. Why? Because it is a constant term, and here 7x, it is a term with a variable, right? So we will keep constant terms at the one hand side, that is right hand side, and variable term with variable, that is to the left hand side. So if I do so, then after transposing 15 by 4, it becomes minus 15 by 4. And once I take the LCM here, LCM of 9 and minus 15 by 4. So if I take LCM, it becomes 21 by 4 after solving. So once I do that, now 7, that is minus 7, is in multiplication with the variable x. So anything which is in multiplication will definitely go in the division, that is at the right hand side in the denominator. So if I solve it further, that minus 7 comes over here. Now this 21 can be written as 3 into 7, and this 4 is written as it is. But what he has done over here is he has divided both sides by minus 7. That is, he took the transposition of the 15 by 4 to the right hand side, that is earlier, but here he has applied systematic method which we did in this example. So in this, what he has done is he has divided this minus 7 by minus 7 instead of taking it down over here, and divided this minus 7 over here, be it. So after dividing, we can see that this becomes 3 into 7 and this as 7. He has not mentioned minus over here, that there should be, that minus is in the front. So 7 and 7 gets cancelled, so answer, your answer will be x is equals to minus 3 by 4. Now this was to the left. Now see, if you want to check the answer, you can check it by over this 15 by 4 minus 7 minus 3 by 4. You want to keep, you have to keep this value of x to the equation, that is in place of x. Once you do that and solve it, you get what? 9, that is this right hand side value. So it shows that our answer is correct. Now solve the exercise on your own based on these, what we had studied, what I have explained just now. You can solve all these equations. Like value of x over here will be, I clearly know that this minus 2 gets to the right hand side, that is transposition method, and becomes plus 2. So x is equals to 7 plus 2, that is 9. So value of x will be 9. Likewise, you can solve all these equations. It is very easy for you to solve. Let's move on to the next practice questions. Example 5th. What should be added to twice the rational number minus 7 by 3 to get 3 by 7? Now it says twice the rational number minus 7 by 3. So twice of this number will be 2 into minus 7 by 3, that is minus 14 by 3. Number 1, it is done. Condition 1 is satisfied. Now it says what should be added to this, twice of this. So if I assume that x is added with this to give you 3 by 7, so how will I put it in the equation? So x plus minus 14 by 3 equals to 3 by 7. If I add x to this, I will get 3 by 7 as my answer. So now to get the value of x, if I solve it, this minus 14 by 3, again it is a constant term. So if I take, that is rational, but it is a constant. Okay. So if I take it to the right hand side, I will get the value of x. Okay, so value of x will be 107 upon 21. If I place this 107 upon 21 in the place of x and I try to solve the equation, then I will get 3 by 7 as my answer. This shows that our answer is correct. Look at example 6 now. Example 6 says the perimeter of a rectangle is 13 centimeter and its width is 2 3 by 4 centimeter. Find its length. Perimeter is given, width is given, that is breadth. Okay, the formula for perimeter of a rectangle is twice into length plus breadth or length plus width, right? Perimeter is given, so in place of perimeter I will put the value of perimeter, and twice into length plus width, that is, if I assume length as x and I solve it, so the perimeter equals to 13 centimeter. Now 2 into x is length plus 2 3 by 4, that is, after solving this mixed fraction I get 11 by 4, that is breadth or width. Now I have got the right hand side part, but what about left hand side? It is already given 13 centimeter. We need to put it equal to each other. Once we do that and solve for x, the value of x, we get the length of rectangle as 3 by 4 in the mixed fraction, or 15 by 4 in general rational number. Okay, let's move on to next. Now this is the exercise 2.2 based on what I have just explained you. If you subtract 1 upon 2 from a number and multiply the result by 1 by 2, you get 1 by 8. So subtract 1 upon 2 from a number, you can take x minus 1 by 2 equals to multiply the result by 1 by 2. What will be the result? That needs to be multiplied with 1 by 2 to get x 1 by 8. So x minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 to get 1 by 8 equals to 1 by 8. If you can put, you will get the value of x. Okay, similarly the second question, the perimeter of a rectangle swimming pool is 154 meters. Length is given 2 meter, more than twice its breadth. So you can assume length as x and breadth as twice of x. What are the length and the breadth of the pool? Again, same formula you can use. The perimeter of a rectangle is equals to 2 into length plus breadth or width. Likewise, you can try to solve these questions and you will get the answers. Okay, if you have any doubt in this, you can get back to me. Now comes solving equations having variable on both sides. In earlier equations, we saw that variable was to the left hand side only, right? But in these type of questions, you will get variable to the both hand sides, to the left hand side and right hand side. How we are going to solve? Again, we can follow the methods like transposition or systematic method, okay? But in this, we will follow uh, transposition or systematic, both we can try. So let's focus on the question. 2x minus 3 is equals to x plus 2. If I follow the transposition method, this x comes over here, so it becomes 2x minus x, and this minus 3 goes over there to the right hand side and it becomes 2 plus 3. Okay, now he has used transposition method only. So he has taken first 3 to the right hand side and x later on to the left hand side. After doing so, to eliminate, okay, in this step he has taken systematic method. He has chosen systematic method over here. He has put minus x and minus x to both hand sides. So this minus x and x gets cancelled and this becomes 2x minus x, and at the right hand side 5. So 2x minus x becomes x is equals to 5. So here we get the answer as 5. Okay. Example 13 shows solve f 5x plus 7 by 2 is equals to 3 upon 2x minus 14. Again, you can follow both the methods, transposition or systematic method, wherever it is needed. Either you can choose one of them or you can apply both in the same questions. Okay, just now what we did, you have to follow as well. So here he has done what? To eliminate this denominator 2, he has multiplied 5x plus 7 by 2 with 2 to the right hand side and left hand side both, to eliminate this denominator. Okay, Once you solve it, this is systematic method, okay? So once you solve that, you get the answer of x as minus 5 and minus 35 by 7. You can try exercise 2.3 by yourself. If you get any doubts, I'll try to solve it for you. Get back to me after the video. Now example 15 says Arjun is twice as old as Shriya. Arjun is twice as old as Shriya. So if I assume Shriya's age as x years, then Arjun's age will be 2x years. Clearly, right? 5 years ago means before. Okay. So 5 years ago, his age was 3 times Shriya's age. So if I subtract, or ago means minus 5, after means plus 5. So x minus 5, if I take, it says his age was 3 times Riya's age. So his age will be, 2x minus 5 if I do, so that will be 3 times. So according to equation, 2x minus 5 is equals to 3 times of Shriya's age. Okay, 5 years ago. Both hand side you can see minus 5 minus 5. It shows that 5 years ago for both the ages. So 2x minus 5, that is 5 years ago, his age, Arjun's age is 3 times of Sriya's age. Okay. So once you solve this, you get the answer as x is equals to 10 years. Now, x is equals to 10 years is the present age of Shriya. What about Arjun? That will be 2 into 10, twice of Shriya's age. So 20 years. Now try to solve these questions based on the above example. You can solve it. If you get any issue, you get back to me. Now reducing equations to simpler form. You see here it's a fractional form or complicated form, so we need to reduce this equation in the simpler form and get the value of x is values of x, and later on you can put the value of x in the place of x over here in the equation and check the answer. For checking this, if you get LHS is equals to RHS, then we can say that our answer is correct. How we are going to do this? You can follow any method like transposition or systematic method, but here it says because it is the LCM smallest multiple or LCM of the given denominator, he has taken the LCM of these. Okay, so let's talk about that now. So multiplying both sides of the equation by 6. First of all, we are multiplying both the sides with 6. Here he has multiplied with 6 so that he can eliminate this 6 at the denominator. Here also this 3 gets eliminated, 3 2 ja, right? And once I do that, at the left hand side, if I multiply 6, that doesn't mean it only will get multiplied with this. Here 1 is also there. If you put this whole in the bracket and multiply by 6, so 6 is multiplied with this as well as this 1. That is why 6 is here. So once I solve it, 2 into 6x plus 1 plus 6 is equals to x minus 3. I get 12x plus 2 plus 6 is equals to x minus 3, and so on. I get the value of x is equals to minus 1. Here to check, in place of x, he has put minus 1. So LHS is equals to RHS. That is, our answer is correct. Let's move on to the next. This exercise 2.5. Again, you need to solve these equations in the simplest form. Now simplify and solve the following linear equations. Why these are linear equations? You already know, because it has power 1 or degree 1. It is very easy. Earlier you have already studied about these. Now equations reducible to linear form. Sometimes these type of questions are complicated, but I will just make sure that you understand this easily, because these type of questions are asked in competition exams as well. So if you understand it now clearly, it will be easy for you if you go for competition or fight competition exams. Okay. Example 19 says present ages of Anu and Raj are in the ratio 4:5. 8 years from now, the ratio of their ages will be 5:6. Find their present ages. So we have assumed that present ages be 4x and 5x. Why? Because the present age ratio is given. So if I multiply 4 with x and 5 with x, so it becomes 4x and 5x years. Present ages of Anu and Raj. It says after 8 years from now, the ratios of their ages will be 5:6. So after 8 years, that means 4x plus 8 and Raj's age is 5x plus 8. Now their ratio of ages is given, right? So I have to put it in the fractional form or rational form. Okay. That's why 4x plus 8 upon 5x plus 8. Their ratio was given. This is given to be 5 is to x. Therefore, I can put 5 upon x in the right hand side. So this becomes our total equation. Okay. Now by cross multiplication, okay, 5 with 5x plus 8 and 6 with 4x plus 8. If I solve the equation, I get x is equals to 8. This is the value of x only, not the age of any person. To find out age of Anu, I need to multiply it with 4. Why? Anu's age is 4x years. So 4 into 8 is equals to 32. And to find out age of Raj, 5 into 8, that is 40 years. This is the answer. Now try to solve this exercise by yourself. Similar questions to the exercise which I have already explained just now. Okay, and these you can bring to the simpler form, these equations, so it will be easy. Now see, previous question about age and all we have done. So ratio and age, here it is already given, so you can follow the same procedure and you can try to solve the questions. If you have any doubt, please get back to me. Thank you.